I recently turned 30, and my friend that I've known for a few years texted me that she wanted to take me on a spa day. I thought that was very nice. And then she texted me the itinerary, which is a very nice hotel in Miami. She's going to pay for both of us to get massages, and she's going to pay for both of us to get lunch at the hotel. And then she's going to pay for a day pass for the hotel so we can kind of enjoy the hotel, which I thought is super nice. But I think in total, she'll probably spend $1,000, which is like a lot of money to spend on somebody's birthday. This is all great and nice, but her birthday is a few weeks after mine. So I offered to split the cost of the day so that I could pay for her part and she could pay for my part as her birthday gift. She did not want to do that. She said she wanted to treat me, which I think is great. But now my problem is, what the heck do I get her for her birthday? Do I get her a gift? Because that's not as great as an experience. Do I take her out to a dinner and just go balls to the walls and try and spend $1,000 at dinner? I don't even know if I could do that financially. Like, that's a lot of money. So I don't know. Do I have to match? Do I not have to match? Please help me. I need the good guys. BHBHBH.
Betty, what do you got?
When somebody is over generous, which actually this is the perfect speak pipe because I was literally talking about how my entire life I think I've been overly generous to the people around me. When you're an overly generous person, you are never ever expecting somebody to reciprocate in the way that you did. You are doing it. She is doing it because it makes her feel good too. Like, don't get lost on it. Like, her treating you to spas and lunches and all this stuff, she feels great about herself. She feels great that she can do it. She feels great that she's making you happy. It's something that she wants to do for you. I can't believe that you went to her and said, let's split it 50-50 and that's your birthday gift. What are you, nuts?
That's so me.
Sick.
It's so
still
me.
sick. It's still sick. But like, have some creativity. But you reciprocate in the way that you feel comfortable reciprocating, as long as you do something. Like, if she's giving you this, you got to take her to dinner or you got to take her to whatever it may be. But you do not need to spend $1,000. You do not need to go tit for tat. You just need to show her that you also care enough about her to carve out time and do something with her. So your friend's not expecting that. You don't need to go dollar for dollar. In my opinion, as long as you prioritize her for a certain period of time during the day on her birthday and make her feel special, that's all you need to do.
Maybe you find a restaurant in your city with a tasting menu, okay? An experience with a tasting menu. Nothing crazy, maybe $175 a person. We're netting out to $350 plus tax and tip. We're talking $450. Maybe you order a drink, maybe $300, $600, and you're out. You're $400 in the green. You gave it some thought. It's a nice time. But to your point, Ben, I'll say, for our wedding, for Paige and my wedding, the wonderful John Stamos and our dear friends Glenn and Debbie. Let's just say Glenn and Debbie are doing all right. Okay? Doing all right. Glenn and Debbie said, come down to Las Ventanas. This is no Courtyard Marriott, okay? And you know how I love the Courtyard.
Yeah, the Courtyard's better. We're trying to get ad dollars, Josh. Glenn and Debbie aren't giving a squat.
The Courtyard Cabo. But I mean, we went to Cabo with Glenn and Debbie. Our room was taken care of. Dinner's gorgeous. The flight, it was beyond in ways in which we could never reciprocate. They gave us they had a private fireworks show on the beach for our beyond, and so kind, and I think we've since become very close friends, but I think they were partly doing it for how much they love John and their long relationship. So it was a wonderful time. And Debbie had mentioned that she liked this thing in the gift store, like a throw or something. Maybe it was in the room, and Paige was like, that's in the gift store. And I said, how much is it? She's like, it's $600. I said, just get it. And I was like, great. Now, a $600 thing is an amazing, lovely gift, especially that when someone just sort of offhandedly goes, oh, that's so cute. But it was like, at least let us, and we paid for like a really nice big dinner over, and it was like what we could do, but it was never going to equal what they spent, but I think they appreciated it.
100%. You did the absolute right thing, and that is the perfect example. You can't always reciprocate dollar for dollar. And honestly, if you reciprocate dollar for dollar, I'm going to take it a step further. It then diminishes what they just did and almost makes it feel like you're now in a competition. You're not in a competition for who's going to spend more money on each other. That's not a friendship. She's doing this because she wants to treat you to a spa day. Okay, and it does come out to a large sum of money, but she's not necessarily doing it because of that. She had the idea of treating you to a massage. If you now go and write her $1,000 check, it'll diminish everything that she just did for you. So no, I don't like it at all.
That would be funny if they do the $1,000 spa day, and then her present to her is a cashier's check for $1,000.
For $1,000,
a money order.
Yeah, no good. No good.
That's so funny. They meet up and she just hands her like a Western Union slip and be like, I wired $1,000 into your Bank of America account. You're at Wells Fargo.
That you don't have any access to. Good luck finding it. It's more of a hassle. There's nothing worse. Have you ever had it where somebody like PayPals you, but to an email that you don't use? And then all of a sudden the money's in limbo. You don't have an account. There's nothing there. It's like, why didn't you ask me? Just ask me.
Hi, guys. I'm one of your non-Jewish morons, but I've started identifying as Jewish since listening.
Ooh,
so
love that.
BH. You bring me so much joy, and I need more episodes than just twice a week, guys. Okay, I'll try to keep it brief. Brevity is key. I hope this isn't too personal or TMI, but I need some male advice. My fiance and I have been together 3 years, and we're in a sex funk. We've always had amazing, fun sex, but for the last almost year or so, he's just not with it. He claims he has performance anxiety, which doesn't make any sense because I've never once complained, and I've tried to help him get out of his head numerous ways. It has become a huge issue at this point, and the let's call them sessions are becoming less and less. It's killing me as I'm extremely attracted to him. And I'm also starting to get in my head that it's a me issue, even though he claims it isn't. I mean, he'll literally have to stop a few minutes in, and that's that. Have either of you guys dealt with this before? I would love your advice if you have any. Thank you. Love you both so much.
Love you
Can't
too.
relate. Sorry.
Yeah. No, definitely can't relate. That said, it sounds to me like you need to take a trip to the Galapagos with Ava and Bruce. And you need to...
Is this your soft opening that your parents are swingers? Is this your soft launch?
They're not swingers. I wish they were. No.
Well, more sitters.
Oh my God. I think you need to spice things up. I wouldn't include a third person. I was totally joking, but I think that you need to go to dinner. Maybe you need to go on a vacation. Maybe you need to, like, I know that you just want to, like, routinely shtup, but maybe he needs some of that young love back. I don't know, like, go do something fun. Don't only think about the canoodling. And then maybe it will lead to the canoodling. Maybe it's too much pressure on him to canoodle. So, like, give him some time and then he'll come back around. That's it. Guy, pull it together. Your wife loves you. Pull it together. I think it's a him problem. I've come all the way around. It's his problem. Josh?
I mean, there's certainly the small parts of my head, and tell me, Olivia, if I'm crazy, of like, I worry that maybe there's something deeper going on. But I don't want to.
Possible.
You never know. That it certainly could be a correlation there. But if it's lighter, kind of an easy fix, and I have never needed this, but a dear friend of the show, whose name I won't say, I was microdosing a little Viag and having fun. But yeah, and he just, and I've heard that from a couple other people where they were like, it kind of, because for better or for worse, men have to show up, I think, in a way that can feel a little bit more performance anxiety, maybe, perhaps. I'm only speaking from the male perspective. I don't know anything. But, I think that sometimes a little pill can be helpful in that area. Maybe just to get over the rough patch, to get out of his head.
Yeah, I think that you brought up the worst case scenario for her in not too many words, but I think a middle case scenario might also be having him get his testosterone checked. Like there could also be there could be a medical problem here. That's not just performance anxiety. That's it also when it could be general anxiety. Like anxiety also would make you have these problems. Like maybe he's very stressed. Does he have did his job change? Like are there external factors that would be contributing? I would rule all of that stuff out. Once you've ruled that stuff out, then it's his fault. But I would check that stuff first. See if he's not like medically imbalanced, I'll say.
Can I float the possibility is maybe has he become unsure or insecure about his ability in which to please her, and maybe he's getting in his head about his performance.
Totally. The only thing that makes me think that that's not true is that she said, I've never complained. That said, just because you've never verbally complained doesn't mean he couldn't catch a cue where clearly if you're dissatisfied enough to come on a podcast and air your grievances, I think that perhaps you've given a hint or two along the way that you're dissatisfied. Even if it wasn't verbally, even if it was in a dirty look or if it was in a pause or if it was he must be hearing your cues and reacting to them. So that's another possibility. Totally agree.
Totally. And by the way, if you have a good dude, they're going as much off cues, in my opinion, as words, right? They're not like, well, you didn't say anything. It's like, no, you should be in tune with your partner's, physicality, their feelings, their breath, what they're saying, what they're not saying, and kind of open it up for them to hopefully feel like they can tell you what's going on.
Correct. Open it up.
And I think, it's a very interesting there was something else I was going to say. Oh, I don't know, Ben, if you'll feel comfortable commenting, but I'll keep it very vague. But
then I probably won't.
You would, but I also know your wife.
I know.
There can be times have you had to get to, I think this is what it's about in having a mature relationship, is that there are times where you will canoodle where every now and then your wife will say I'm just not going to get there this time. It just, for whatever it is, something's going on, good, bad, anything in between. It's just this was great, but I might not. And when I was younger, I used to take that as such an affront. I used to be I didn't do my job. And now I just go, God bless you. We'll try again tomorrow. I love you. Good night. Can I rub your feet?
Yeah, right? Totally. No, that's 100% a part of being a good husband. Taking cues, not taking everything to heart. Not everything is such a big deal. And you go to sleep and it's a new day.
Right.
It's just, yes, 100%.